This Dodge Charger SXT Plus all-wheel drive is a pretty interesting car. It looks like an American muscle car, but yet it only has a V6 engine. It's also very luxurious and expensive, but it's used as a cop car throughout a lot of the United States. So after all that, will I be impressed? Let's find out. Well, on the outside, as I said, it's definitely got the looks. It says American muscle car. It's big, it's bold, it's fun, it's got large chrome wheels, and it screams, "Look at me." It's not as retro and cool as the Challenger, but I still do like its looks overall. No hint of a police cruiser in here, just surprising amounts of luxury. The heated leather seats look nice and they're quite comfortable. They might be able to use a little bit more side bolstering, but I do really like the look. Look at that stitching. Nice detail. Of course, they're power operated and feature lumbar support too, but this button here controls the pedals forward and backwards. So you'll definitely have a very comfortable driving position. Plus, the steering wheel tilts and telescopes. The center console / armrest also houses some storage. You get a tray here, and down here you get your charger and also connections for your iPod, USB, etc. Moving forward, you get two cup holders, and look, they're both heated and cooled. Moving forward, Dodge has manufactured the perfect place to fit your cell phone. Stays nice and snug there. And here is the eShift 8-speed automatic. Here you have another charger and a bit more storage. This is where you put in your CDs, of course, and the dual zone climate control. Here's the 8.4-inch infotainment screen, and in my opinion, it's one of the best in the business. Whether you're using the navigation, or you want to control the heated seats, or the climate control, it's just very intuitive and very easy to use. I love it. The instrument cluster is also very well engineered, and this screen always tells you what's going on. From the steering wheel here, of course, you can control your Bluetooth, but also with Uconnect, you can use voice commands to control the infotainment screen. And Uconnect basically keeps you in touch and keeps your phone in touch too. Another great thing it does with a subscription is you can get a Wi-Fi hotspot out of this, so you can have the internet anywhere on the go. That's pretty cool. On the right side of the steering wheel here, you can control your adaptive cruise control, but wait, that's not it. Dodge puts these cool controls right behind the steering wheel to help you control the volume or the channel in the stereo system. Excellent. Of course, you get your power windows and door locks, but there's also memory for the seats too. 2 positions actually. Overall, I really like the luxury here in this Charger. The materials look great to me. The two-tone look here. Even the materials on the dash are all nice. Overall, I'm definitely very impressed. Don't worry if you happen to be sitting in the back, you get your own heated seats too, plus your own charger and vents. You've also got room for 3 across seating, plus there's a pull-down armrest, cup holders, and even a bit of storage too. Pop open the trunk, and you'll find that it's very large. But if that's not enough room, just go ahead and fold the rear seats down, and you've got plenty of space. If it happens to be cold outside and you want to warm the car up before you get in, no problem. Starts up for you. Powering the Charger SXT Plus all-wheel drive is a 3.6-liter 24-valve V6, which produces 292 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. That's good for a 0 to 60 time of 6.5 seconds. Fuel economy is rated at 18 miles per gallon in the city and 27 miles per gallon on the highway. You can expect 21 overall. So pricing for the Dodge Charger SXT Plus all-wheel drive starts out at $31,295. Now there's a lot of options to add. You've got your preferred package. You also have your driver convenience and confidence package, and that includes some of your safety features, and onwards to things like the Garmin navigation, the sunroof, and by the time you're adding all the options, well, you're out the door close to $40,000, $39,295. So it's certainly not cheap, but it's got all the bells and whistles. In terms of competition with the Charger here, well, you could say that maybe the Toyota Avalon, Ford Taurus, cars of that nature are competition, but really when it comes to American muscle all wrapped in a luxurious package with all-wheel drive, I pretty much think the Charger's in a class of its own. I mean, this Charger here really does have tremendous amounts of luxury. In terms of the seating position, you know, it's just amazing how comfortable you can get when you can adjust the pedals and you can adjust the steering wheel for tilt and telescoping. You know, the seats, I think they could use a little more bolstering for the amount of performance that this car has, but they're very comfortable. It's a very stiffly sprung car, but yet the seats are very comfortable. Everything falls to hand very easily, and this Uconnect system is really amazing. It's 276 watts, it sounds great, and it's really intuitive to operate, be it the navigation or just the menus in general. And another amazing thing about Uconnect, of course, you can control it with your voice and that way, but the most amazing thing is that with a subscription you can even have it as a Wi-Fi hotspot. So really, other manufacturers could look to this infotainment system here and the way this Charger's laid out, and they could learn a thing or two. Okay, so the Dodge Charger SXT Plus all-wheel drive might look like an American muscle car on the outside, and this version only has a V6, but you can get the V8. It is available. You can get that Hemi in here, and as equipped with the all-wheel drive, it really is a very impressive performer. I mean, this thing grips the road not like a 2-ton beast that it is, but actually like a sports car of a much smaller size. And it is rear-wheel drive most of the time. On top of that, you get amazing features found on cars that usually cost a lot more. Adaptive cruise control, an 8-speed automatic transmission, and safety too. Of course, all-wheel drive brings you a lot of safety, but you've got the blind spot warning and also cross-traffic warning, plus parking assist. This is also a very technologically advanced car. Now, in terms of styling, the Charger is really not as retro as the Challenger. I think the Challenger is really an awesome looking muscle car, and it definitely has some nostalgia built right into it. Now, I tested that one thoroughly all around the Bay Area. Certainly look for my review of that one. But the Charger here is big and bold and American, certainly, so it does have a look at me sort of styling, as I mentioned before, and I like it. Okay, traveling here at night and taking a look at the night look, and it's pretty pleasing. Plus, watch this. There's a car to my left here, and you see that? It tells me it's in my blind spot. And if I were to put my signal on, then it would have actually made a sound to let me know there's a car in the way. And I'm on an off-ramp here, and let me tell you, this Charger grips much better than a 4,000-pound car should, and it's got plenty of pep with that V6. Handles like it's on rails, and that's because of the all-wheel drive, but it's really just a joy to drive. It's very predictable. It will get a little bit loose even with the traction control, but it's all very predictable, and if you give it too much throttle, of course, that will be retarded by the traction control. So it's really pretty idiot-proof, but you should never turn that traction control off unless you really know what you're doing. My complaints are very minor with the Charger here, and it's all centered around this E-shift here. It can be a little tricky to get it into gear, and sometimes you have to push it twice actually to get it into drive or to put it back in park. So that's a little problematic, but just takes some getting used to, really. So all in all, very little to complain about here with the Charger. So in the end here, the Charger does look like a muscle car. It might just have a V6 engine, but still the 0 to 60 in the mid 6s. That's pretty quick, especially for a 2-ton car. And yes, there are police car versions out there of this one, but this is not a cop car, no. This is a fully optioned, very luxurious, and really, in my opinion, a great American car. You've got the all-wheel drive for safety, and really a lot of safety features that are on models that cost much more, with the adaptive cruise control and the parking assist and the blind spot and cross traffic intervention. This really is also a safe car, and the all-wheel drive really makes it very stable and safe as well. But most of the time you have a rear-wheel drive car, so the traditional front-engine rear-wheel drive American muscle car layout, that's not lost on you either. And really, this is a very unique car. You can't really compare it to anything else. I think Dodge has made a car that really stands out in terms of looks and in terms of features. Now, 40 grand is certainly not cheap, but short or tall, you will find a comfortable driving position in this car. Those adjustable pedals really are great. And all in all, I am definitely impressed with this Dodge Charger SXT Plus all-wheel drive. You should check it out too. I'm Drivin' Ivan Katz.